Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the grand finale of the Raw Vegetable campaign. We are so glad you could join us this evening, whether you've been with us right from the start or you're just joining in today out of curiosity. Your presence it truly means a lot to us. Before we get into the story behind this whole campaign, I just want to take a moment to just appreciate you because life gets busy, there's so much going on, and yet you've made time to take care of yourself, to be here this evening, to learn, to try something new, and that is no small thing. So this space tonight is about celebrating you and what we've all been able to do together over the past few weeks. We've been learning, experimenting, posting, sharing, and even blending new vegetables in a way we've never imagined before. So now let's just take a quick journey back to where it all began. So this campaign was initiated by the founder of DTLC, Dr. Alice Ojwang, a very passionate dietitian whose vision was to inspire us all to embrace raw vegetables as part of our daily nutrition. So what began as a simple idea turned into a public movement. We truly didn't anticipate the overwhelming support that we've received from your people over the past month. We are genuinely grateful that you chose to be part of this wellness journey. This has been more than just a challenge. It's been a lifestyle awakening. We thank you for walking the road with us. At this point, I'd like to introduce to you our incredible panel for this evening. We are joined by Brighton Onyango and Faith Micheni, who are DTLC nutritionists, and they are here to support you. But before we hear from them, we would also like to really hear from you. Your experiences in just a few words. You can tell us, how was the raw vegetable campaign for you? Did you face any challenges? Did you experience any changes, any highlights or any surprises? We would really like to hear. So who is going to go first? Who will volunteer to tell us in just a few words how they felt about the campaign, how it went for them? Faith has been our supporter, the backbone of the DTLC Raw Vegetables campaign. And Faith, you've been posting for us some nice recipes, including your own meals. I don't know, we would like to hear from you as well. Faith, did you have any benefits? Did you face any challenges while trying the raw vegetable campaign?
Thank you, Lydia. Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be part of this team and this campaign. As she's mentioned, I'm a nutritionist assistant with DTLC program. My journey in this campaign, I'd actually like to attest. I also started taking raw vegetables during this month, and it has been a wonderful time to explore and to learn and to realize that it's possible to enjoy our meals with variety, with raw vegetables, with cooked vegetables, with different meals, the different recipes. It was also a good opportunity for myself to be able to try what I'm sharing as well. So yes, thank you, Lydia.
Wow, thank you so much. I have to say, I also tried joining in the campaign with raw vegetables. Well, it's not easy. For some reason, I preferred cooked over raw, but I have to say, raw had a lot of benefits for me. I have some acidic issues. Once in a while, I'll have a flare up. But I realized every time I take vegetables, raw vegetables, especially at night, I realized I really don't have to get my anti-acid medication. My tummy feels great. It feels light, especially at night. And I think it's something I want to keep doing because I realized if I can do this, I can reduce my medication when it comes to anti-acids. So yeah, we continue with this. Brighton, any experience with raw vegetables?
I want to say that I've also just tried a few, like taking tomatoes. I've not been someone taking so much meals at home. So somehow that's an area of weakness, but I think based on the posts that we've been having in the group, it has really been encouraging, and personally, it's also something new that I've been trying to implement as part of my lifestyle. Yeah. So basically, it's something I'll still continue to follow up through and ensure that it's part of my lifestyle. So I'll just do it slowly, since it's something that it's something new that I'm just incorporating.
Yeah, I see that. I have to say, someone actually texted me and told me they are facing one challenge. It's very cold. The vegetables are raw and cold. And they were telling me it's becoming quite hard to keep up with the challenge because of cold food. So I don't know, what advice would you give us? The vegetables are cold. It's a cold season. It's a cold month. Is there a better way we can still incorporate raw vegetables into our meals despite them being cold as well?
What I can say is we can consider just including taking the raw vegetables together with our meals, considering the other part of our plate has like maybe a protein or a starch that are warm or hot. And then maybe afterwards you can now enjoy your cup of tea and just warm up.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll keep trying that one as well. Yeah. So for the ones who have just joined in, we'd just like to hear from you. How was the raw vegetable campaign for you? Did you get any changes when it comes to your body, to your diet, how you're feeling? Did you face any challenges? Did you face any surprises? We would like to really hear from you.
Yes, maybe I can go again.
Okay.
Another benefit I have experienced from taking the raw vegetables, I tend to get full. So I have stopped snacking how I used to snack in between meals, like in between breakfast and lunch. So when I take a breakfast with different raw vegetables, let's say tomatoes, carrots, cucumber, which are now my favorites, and probably beetroots, I'm able to stay for a longer time without eating. And so I've been able to manage my weight. I can say that I have noticed a change in my weight as well. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Faith, for your very encouraging words. And we also look forward to trying that out and, trying to get the same outcomes or even better outcomes for our health. Yeah. So we want you to remember that the small wins, the new habits, the creative recipes we came up with, even the challenges we faced along the way, that's what this campaign was truly about. Showing up, keep trying, we keep learning, and we grow together. So we are truly, genuinely inspired by your commitment. We could see your food posts, and that was really encouraging to know that you took this up as seriously as we did. Yeah. So thank you so much for being part of this movement. With that said, now let's move into the heart of our session this evening. We'll start off with Brighton. He will guide us into understanding the why behind this campaign. Brighton has played a supportive role in making this campaign very informative. So Brighton will speak to us on the topic of why eat raw vegetables. So let's get ready to understand the science and the benefits behind this simple yet powerful habit. Brighton, we are all ears. Welcome.
Thank you, Lydia. Let me just share my screen. So I'll take us through the why part of why we should take raw vegetables or why we recommend it. So first of all, I want to thank those who have managed to join the session. I'm hoping that by the end of this session, you'll have been in a position to learn one or two and also try to maybe adopt if you've not started. You still have time and you are able to incorporate some of or the raw vegetables that we'll talk about as part of your diet. This program is facilitated by DTLC, that is the Diabetes and Total Lifestyle Change program, and that's why you can see the logo and all that. So the topic today is about raw vegetables. So I'm Brighton Onyang, a clinical nutritionist at Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital and also at Diabetes and Total Lifestyle Change program. I also work with the Equity Afya on local basis, and I'm a graduate from Technical University of Kenya. I'm privileged, or rather proud, that I managed to get first-class honors during my undergraduate study. Our presentation today, in the introductory part, we are discussing what raw vegetables are. And we are saying raw vegetables are basically the uncooked plant foods consumed in their natural state. So they retain maximum nutrients, enzymes, and antioxidants. And these are just a few of the reasons why we recommend raw vegetables. Common in salads, smoothies, and snacks. So I know normally we don't encourage frequent snacking, or rather we don't encourage snacking. But in any case, you'd want to snack. One of the recommendations would be to take raw vegetables as your snack. Yeah, because it's healthy. It won't impact maybe you negatively health-wise and all that. Raw vegetables will form an essential part of a healthy diet and healthy lifestyle for you. So just like on the first part, I've said that these are uncooked plant-based foods. And we are saying they are eaten without cooking, steaming, or processing. So we are eating these vegetables in their natural states, the way they are. I'd like to mention, of course, there are vegetables that we need to cook first before eating, but then there are a number that we are able to eat in their raw state. So they are typically washed and chopped before eating. So in terms of the preparation stage, Faith will be able to take us on that area. Examples of vegetables, or other raw vegetables, or other vegetables that can be taken raw includes lettuce, cucumber, carrots, bell peppers, and all that. And I'll be able to illustrate that as well. So why do we recommend you to take raw vegetables, or rather incorporate raw vegetables as part of your diet? One is that it will help preserve nutrients that are lost during cooking. Now, whenever you subject the vegetables to heat, one of the things we start interfering with are the nutrients that the vegetables have. So we are saying when you take your vegetable as raw as it is, most of the times you are going to get all the sufficient nutrients that are being provided by these particular vegetables. The enzymes in these vegetables remain intact, and these enzymes are very important when it comes to aiding digestion. Some of these vegetables, the raw vegetables we have, especially, for example, cucumber, they have high water content and also fiber content, and this promotes hydration and satiety. And Faith was just telling us that when one of the changes she realized that when she took her raw vegetables, then she would stay full for a longer period of time before feeling hungry for the next session. So it's very important that when you also incorporate raw vegetables as part of your diet. And as you've listened, is that we don't say you just need to take raw vegetables alone, but you have other meals as well. Maybe you have your protein there, some animal protein. So raw vegetables is just part of your meal. With raw vegetables, there will be no added salt or fat, and it helps maybe with issues like weight management, especially for patients or other people who would like to reduce their weight. So this is one of the things that are very important for them to consider. Again, since we are not adding fat or salt, for example, if you're talking to our hypertensive patients, patients with issues of high blood pressure, one of the things to realize that we recommend a low fat and low salt diet. So the moment they take raw vegetables where we are not using a lot of salt, a lot of fat and all that, then basically we'll be able to also control issues about hypertension. One thing I would mention, since we are not adding fat, remember we also have what we call the fat-soluble vitamins, especially the A, D, E, and K. Now, those vitamins requires fat for them to be absorbed well in the body. Now we are saying, since I mentioned that there are vegetables that will need to cook a little bit and add a little oils to aid in absorption and all that. But still, we have these vegetables which most of the times doesn't have the fat-soluble vitamins. We have the other vitamins, or rather the water-soluble vitamins. So they will be well absorbed, all the nutrients that are available within these vegetables. Raw vegetables adds variety and crunch to meals. Yeah, so you need to try it and also get the feeling of taking raw vegetable. So the benefits of raw vegetables I'll touch on a few. We have so many examples. I'm not able to go through all of them, but we have carrots. One of the benefits of carrots is it aids in vision, or rather it improves visual acuity and all that. And the reason being, it's a source of vitamin A, so it's rich in beta carotene, which the body converts into vitamin K, crucial in maintaining healthy vision and of course, reducing the risk of age-related vision loss, according to many sources that we have. So carrots is very important because of the vitamin A that you are able to get from the carrots, and also the beta carotene, which the body will be able to convert into vitamin K. And vitamin K, as we'll see forward, it plays so many significant roles. Issues about digestion, the fiber that is available in carrots promotes healthy digestion by adding bulk to stools. And the moment it adds bulk to stools, it will aid in regular bowel movements. Basically, it also help prevent issues of constipation and diarrhea as well. So it helps in supporting a healthy gut to ensure that the good bacteria within your gut continue to thrive. Immunity, because of the vitamin A that is available in carrots. So basically, vitamin A play a significant role in improving the immune system of an individual. Then we have the cucumber. Cucumber, which can also be taken as raw as it is. It is low in calories and high in water, making them hydrating. So at this point, because of the water content that is available in cucumber, so it's very important that it will also be part of the way you get to hydrate yourself. They also have the antioxidants, and antioxidants, as you get to know, we have like the vitamin C, the vitamin A, the vitamin E. Those are just some of the antioxidants that we'll be talking about. So they will actually protect your body from the accumulation of harmful free radicals, or rather having what we call the oxidative stress. So it's important that you also get to know why would we recommend you to take the raw vegetables such as cucumber. Then we have the tomatoes. And since this one, the area, maybe the one that I've been taking more frequently. Now we are saying one of the advantages of taking a raw tomato would be for improving heart health. It has lycopene, which is a powerful antioxidant in tomatoes, and this may help lower the risk of heart conditions and stroke. So tomatoes also contain potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. We have digestive health. Fiber that we find in tomatoes promotes healthy digestion and also prevents constipation and diarrhea. So we basically know the role of fiber. It helps in regulation of the bowel movements. So it really plays a significant role in this. Then still for immune system support, when you take tomatoes, you'll get vitamin C that is found in tomatoes, which is very essential in improving the immune function and also fighting the infections. Of course, you have to take note that before you take these raw vegetables, you have to check your health. Maybe you're having issues of ulcers, H. pylori, or rather hyperacidity. So you see, when we are recommending, for example, tomatoes, it is acidic in nature. So in any case, you're having some of these health conditions, then you might not actually take the tomatoes as raw as it is. But if you are healthy and you don't have any other issues, then we are recommending that you can take tomatoes as raw as it is as part of your diet. Also for skin health, and that is for vitamin A and lycopene that we still find in tomatoes, we are saying it can help protect the skin, your skin from the sun damage, and also promote the healthy skin appearance. So vitamin A plays so many significant roles. We have aiding in vision, the skin health, and the immune system. I've talked about antioxidants. I'm not going to repeat much about that. The tomato still has antioxidants as we found it in carrots and still even in cucumbers. So the antioxidants, we've said they're anti-inflammatory agents. And even for cancer patients, this is one of the things that we try to recommend raw vegetables which has the antioxidants so that they can help fight the cancerous cells. Bone health, the reason being tomatoes contain vitamin K, and vitamin K is very essential in activating what we call the osteoclastin, and this is what help binds calcium to the bones. So that's why it is very important that we take tomatoes so that we get the vitamin K, which helps bind calcium. Now, calcium is the main mineral that helps with bone health in terms of ensuring that you have strong bones, strong teeth, and all that. For that calcium to bind well with your bones, you'll need vitamin K. So that's why we are saying vitamin K is so essential. And then we have reducing inflammation, and the reason being because it has vitamin C. Then you have bell pepper. And of course, I managed to get some photos to show you what a bell pepper is and all that. So bell peppers are still a great source of vitamin C, and that's an antioxidant. So that protects cells from damage caused by the free radicals, something that we've talked about. Because, for example, if someone gets high supplementation of iron, then they can have free radicals in the body that results to oxidative stress. So when you take these antioxidants, like the bell peppers, as raw as it is, then you'll be able to protect your cells from the damage by the free radicals. So vitamin C supports the immune function, the collagen production for the healthy skin, wound healing, and even enhancing iron absorption. We'll remember for the plant-based proteins that we might be familiar with, for that, because the iron available there is non-heme, we'll need vitamin C to aid in its absorption. Still, the bell peppers has vitamin A. So different colors of bell peppers provide amounts of vitamin A, with red bell peppers being particularly rich in beta-carotene, which supports in vision and, of course, immune function. They still have the fiber. So it's a very good source of dietary fiber, which helps support the digestive system and helping you to be full. Remember, fiber will enable you to be full for a longer period. When maybe you want to go on a weight loss program and all that, one of the things we recommend is that you increase your intake of raw vegetables, including the ones that I'm currently mentioning. Then we have beetroot. So these are generalized benefits of taking beetroot as raw as it is. Of course, I've seen also individuals who are cooking beetroot, but you're recommending the best way is to take beetroot as raw as it is. And this suggests a summary of some of the function based on the nutrients that we find in beetroot. So it can boost blood flow and lower blood pressure. It can improve your heart health. It can enhance your physical performance. It can cleanse your liver, boost immunity, support brain health, improve digestion, fight inflammation, and it's also great for the skin because of the nutrients that are there. So basically, the reason why now I didn't dig deep, you'll find most of the nutrients that are still found in the cucumber and all that are still available also in beetroot. You have the courgette, or rather what we call the zucchini. So it's low in calories, high in nutrients, is high in antioxidants, what I've now explained, supports digestion, still improves heart health. It's good for your blood sugar control because of maybe the amount of fiber that you find there. So it's very good. It boosts hydration. The reason being, it also has water, rather, there is water content in courgette. So it retains water. So when you take it, it also helps you improve your hydration status. And of course, it supports a healthy skin. Then you have cabbage, aids in digestion. And for our hyperacidic patients or those patients with ulcers, one of the things that we recommend is cabbage because of the because it's one of the antacids that we actually have. So it's good for bone health. It supports heart health. It helps in weight management. Still has the antioxidants that acts as the anti-inflammatory agents and all that, and also may reduce cancer risk because it has some of the compounds that helps to fight the cancer cells. So this is just a summary. We've not talked about spinach and maybe lettuce. We are saying the spinach has iron, folate, and vitamin C, and then lettuce also has fiber and folate. So these are just general benefits why we recommend raw vegetables to our patients for blood pressure management. And now you get to understand that if you are suffering from hypertension, then raw vegetables will play a significant role in ensuring that your blood pressure levels are within control. The reason being, we won't add salt, we won't add to maybe fat, you won't need fat in this context, but sometimes you can add some little oil like olive oil on top, and so that those fat-soluble vitamins get absorbed well. But basically, because of the high fiber content that we find in raw vegetables, the high nutrient values that you get from the raw vegetables will be able to control some of these lifestyle conditions, including issues relating to the heart, overweight and obesity, as well as you regulate your blood sugars levels well. So this is just a summary again of those vitamins that we've talked about. These I've talked about, so just a summary of the same. Then we've talked about antioxidants and the phytochemicals, so that to help fight free radicals, reduce inflammation, and also protect you against chronic diseases and even protect your cells from damage. They are low in calories, so ideal for weight control. They basically, because these raw vegetables, most of them are zero sugar. So they won't impact a diabetic patient in terms of maybe making your blood sugar levels to spike. And even those vegetables that are being considered as starchy vegetables, they doesn't have that much sugar. So we actually recommend you can take any type of vegetable, assuming anything like starchy or non-starchy. Just ensure that you incorporate your vegetables as part of your diet from morning to evening. So tips for eating raw vegetables is more, the first one is more of hygiene, which Faith will be able to take us through that area, which involves preparation. You can combine it with healthy dressings or dips. You can add lemon, herbs, or vinegar for flavor. And of course, for example, lemon still has the vitamin C and all that. Eat a variety to cover different nutrients. Remember, as I've taken you through just a few of the raw vegetables, it is important that you eat a variety, because you'll find one nutrient is available in one type of raw vegetable and maybe it is missing in the other type. So it's important that you try different varieties. Always try as much as you can, buy fresh and store properly to retain the freshness. What are the cautions to consider? Of course, food safety. Wash well to avoid any contamination since you are taking raw vegetable. Remember, the moment you are cooking, sometimes you help to denature some of the organisms and all that. But since you are now taking it as raw as it is important that you look at the safety part, the digestive sensitivity. We have people who actually, when they take raw vegetables or some of the raw cruciferous veggies, including cabbage, they may end up having issues of bloating. So if you find such an issue, of course, it's triggering issues of bloating, you can actually avoid at that point. But if you have no issue, you can take. So these are just cautions or other some things that you need to take into account. Then we are saying that there are certain nutrients that are better absorbed when cooked, but not overcooked. So sometimes there are vegetables, or rather, if we want you to get some of the nutrients well, we might recommend that maybe just cook it slightly so that you get all those nutrients well. But again, we've said that these nutrients are available in these raw vegetables and you are going to get them. So raw vegetables are nutrient rich, as we found out. They are hydrating and they are beneficial to health in very many ways that we've mentioned. Eat a rainbow of colors. Basically, we are saying eat a variety to ensure that you maximize the nutrients that these raw vegetables provide. So combine raw and cooked sometimes for healthy nutrition. Now that it's something that maybe some of us are trying to adopt, if you have been taking your cooked vegetable, just try to incorporate raw vegetables slowly, because you see, change, we can't just do it drastically. We have to move one step at a time. With raw vegetables, you're saying it is simple. You won't need even to cook it, or it won't take much of your time. Affordable in terms of you won't need to buy extra ingredients to start adding and prepare and all that. So it's important also that we incorporate raw vegetables because of these advantages. And this is just an example. These are some of our clients who have been taking raw vegetables, and you can see how attractive these meals are. So when you look at it, it's really encouraging. And this is one of the things you can try and make your meal to somehow appear like this. So you can see the taking raw vegetable, because some people tend to say that, how would I take a raw vegetable? Even how would I start it? You can start it off. You can have like, we can see someone is having bell pepper, carrot, having a tomato and an egg. You can start it off as simple as it is, and you'll be able to adapt slowly. So what's the challenge that I'm giving all of us? Include at least one raw vegetable in every meal that you are taking, from breakfast to dinner. Try new combinations in salads, smoothies, or snacks. So when you have a salad, I know you are used to fruit salads, which has a lot of calories and all that. Take a vegetable salad as your snack. Prepare a smoothie using your vegetables, the raw vegetables, and all that. So make it a habit for a healthier and vibrant lifestyle. And these are our contact information for DTLC. And we are saying to lengthen thy lives, lessen thy meals. And what will help you lessen thy meals is if you take the raw vegetables, which are high in fiber, will make you feel for a longer period of time before wanting to take another meal. By changing nothing, nothing changes. So change begins with you. Thank you. And if you have any questions, I'll end maybe my presentation at that point. Back to you, Lydia.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that insightful session. Indeed, the benefits are endless. We've just considered a few vegetables. You can imagine if we sat down to consider each and every one of them. Thank you so much, Brighton. You've just reminded us that food is not just fuel, it is medicine, and raw vegetables are a potent daily dose. Thank you so much. So maybe we can continue to ask our questions in the chat as we move on to our next topic for this evening. So today she will take us through safe preparation and hygiene for raw vegetables, because eating raw is powerful, but eating safe is also essential. So Faith, please take it away.
Thank you, Lydia. Good evening, everyone. As I have said, my name is Faith Misheni. I am a licensed registered clinical nutritionist. I graduated from Kenyatta University in 2021, and I am currently working with Diabetes Nutrition Center in a program, in DTLC program. We are here today to be able to conclude on the raw vegetable campaign that we have been doing for the past 1 month. We'll be talking about the safety measures, the hygiene parts of taking the raw vegetables. I will start with just the simple and creative ways. I have been sharing some recipes that we may have been including in our daily meals. So how else can we take these raw vegetables? So we can add them to parts, as Brighton has mentioned. You can add them as breakfast. When you're taking your eggs, either boiled, you have made an omelette, you can include the carrots, the tomatoes, the bell peppers. You can also have an avocado as you're taking it together with your breakfast. We also take sandwiches or just a wrap, a chicken wrap, a chapati roll, our burgers. We can take that opportunity to be able to include the raw vegetables. That is the lettuce, which I have been seeing most of us posting also in the WhatsApp group, the carrots. You can also just, for your breakfast, for example, you just take two slices of bread, have your lettuce, and then some slices of avocado, for the cucumber, and then now maybe if you have fried an egg, you can also have it there, and then the other slice of bread, and then you can have that as your breakfast. We can mix it with the main dishes. That is for lunch, probably you're having your ugali. You can have any that you like that is more palatable to you. In the soups, for example, you're having like a pumpkin soup, you can grate some carrots, you can grate some spring onions, the red onions. You can garnish, yes, with the tomatoes and any other that you have available. And just to mention, you can just use what is readily available to you and have every day, just plan yourself. Every day you'll have this particular raw vegetables. The next day you can get a different one. Just to ensure that you are not getting overwhelmed or thinking that now because I don't have this, I cannot be able to take a raw vegetable. When you're having spaghetti, you can also include the raw vegetable that is available to you. As Brighton has mentioned, you can also take them as a snack. For example, you are not able to take your breakfast and you're going to work and you are hungry. You can just have a quick snack of vegetables. For example, the one that we have has been indicated here: carrots, celery, cucumber. Yes, and then just a peanut butter dip. You can also make fresh salads using the raw vegetables. We mostly know of the kachumbari that we usually take with our pilau or any other dish that you like. So you can consider making that and even using different raw vegetables to be able to make it. Onto the safe preparation and hygiene when making these raw vegetables or when preparing them. You have to wash your hands, you have to clean the surfaces. If you're using a chopping board, your knife, the table or the surface that you're using, you have to ensure that it is clean, so that to avoid the cross-contamination. Rinse the vegetables properly. You have to ensure that you're cleaning them in running water. This is important to ensure that if, let's say, for example, carrots, we know that carrots are harvested from the soil. So if you're washing carrots and you're probably washing them in a bowl that you have put water in a bowl, the water is just stagnant. So even as you wash the carrots, the soil is still just it is not being cleared from the carrots. So using running water is important to be able to clear the soil or the dirt as you continue cleaning. And you can also use a clean brush. Do not use soap or bleach as indicated in this slide. This is because we know that these are chemicals that are used to make these soaps. So the more you are using them, the more you are making it unsafe for you to consume it. So just use clean water, running water. Use a brush if you need to brush off some dirt, and that will be effective, and it will still be clean. You can also soak I have been sharing maybe on vegetables like cabbage, spinach, lettuce. You can soak them to be able first to remove the dirt that is there at first, and then now rinse using the running water. As you soak, you can optionally soak in vinegar solution. You can get vinegar and soak the vegetables, the raw vegetables in there, and then now you can take them. Dry the vegetables as after cleaning. You can use the kitchen towel and be able to do that. Use clean equipment, as we have mentioned, the chopping boards, the knives. As you're washing using the brush, ensure also it is a clean brush and it is specifically for cleaning the vegetables, or it is specifically used in the kitchen area. You are not taking the brush and then using it in other areas of the house. No, ensure that if it is a kitchen equipment, it is only used in the kitchen. So after you have bought a large amount of vegetables. So after you have cleaned them and you're not going to use all of it, you have only set aside a part that you're going to use for a particular meal. The rest you can store in containers. We know how we store the vegetables in our fridge, in our fridge, or also you can just store them in these nylon bags and then just somewhere in a counter or in a dry place, just to ensure that it can stay for maybe another day, or for the next day you can be able to take them when they are still fresh. Use the vegetables within a few days after cleaning, after washing them. So you cannot also, we know vegetables are perishable foods. So the more, ensure that you buy only that which is enough for you. Maybe you can consider your family size, and then you can buy vegetables that are enough for probably a week or a few days, so as to ensure that you are also taking vegetables that are full of nutrients, that are healthy. I remember one question that I saw in the WhatsApp group was about the carrot, and how sometimes the inner part of the carrot gets hard to be able to eat it. It's because the carrots, if you have stored them for a longer time, there are chances that it will not be as fresh. It will be hardened. It will not be as fresh as the way you bought it. So consider just getting enough that is enough for you and for your family. That's the end. If you have any questions, you can ask or you can also type in the chat box. Thank you, Lydia.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Faith, for those practical and essential tips. You've shown us that RAW can both be safe and very sensational. Any questions for Faith in regards to safe preparation and hygiene when it comes to handling raw vegetables? Someone who has a burning point, feel free to also type it in the chat box. Okay, so please do so in the chat box. And if you have a point, you can raise your hand, we'll get to it. You might have been wondering, what is DTLC? You may have seen this abbreviation a number of times on our posters. Welcome back, Brighton, to introduce to us DTLC. Brighton, the floor is yours.
So DTLC stands for Diabetes and Total Lifestyle Change. So this is a program that we've been running, being spearheaded by Dr. Alice Ojwang, who is not here today. So the core mandate of DTLC, diabetes actually stands for diabetes and obesity. So we are advocating for healthy lifestyle. And on the same note, one of the things DTLC does is to put diabetes into remission, especially the type 2 diabetes. So we've had a number of patients. Now we are in season 10 as DTLC. So one season takes 3 months. So you can imagine now we are in season 10 and we've had so many patients and of course success stories about a number of patients who are no longer on medications after undergoing the DTLC program for a period of 3 months alone. We've had patients who enrolled in the program as obese patients, and within 3 months have lost significant amount of weight and are still doing quite well as part of what DTLC did to them. We have hypertensive patients where a number of them have reduced medications as a result of the program that we run at DTLC. So this is one of the things, or rather these are just a few of the things that DTLC does. So we concentrate so much with diabetes, but still we have seasons where we look at the other lifestyle conditions, including hypertension, overweight and obesity, and even issues relating to hypercholesteremia when a patient is having too much cholesterol and all that. And indeed, I'm a witness that we have patients who have been having high cholesterol levels and are on medications, and at some point their medications are stopped. So within DTLC, we have a team of professionals. We have nutritionists who are on board, including us, and we have podiatrists. These are now doctors who are specialized with foot care. Then we have our diabetologists. So diabetologists, these are now our main doctors on board. So we have 2 doctors who help with issues relating to medications and all that. And then we have even psychologists on ground, so that we also look at matters relating to mental health, because sometimes management of these conditions are in the mental perspective. So it's important that we also address mental health issues. Then we have doctors who have also specialized in issues relating to reproductive health. So it's important because one of the things we realize that these lifestyle conditions also affect our reproductive health. So we look at how also we can ensure that our clients, or rather our patients, have good reproductive health. So this is just a summary of what is the DTLC, and maybe if you have more questions, we'll be able to share the contact and also give you more information based on what you need. Thank you. Back to you, Lydia.
Thank you so much, Brighton, for that detailed description of DTLC. And of course, we want to thank Faith as well for running this campaign and offering support as we all embrace this new lifestyle. Thank you so much, our panel. Yes, so just like Brighton has mentioned, if we have any questions, we still have the WhatsApp group. We request that you continue to ask questions there. They will be able to see. Although, as we now come to the end of the raw vegetable campaign, we will request you that if you feel like leaving the group, please do so at your own pleasure. But we really want to thank you so much, dear friends, for joining us in this campaign and joining us this evening. As we close tonight, we just want to take a pause, appreciate what we've achieved together over the past month. We've been able to chop, blend, munch, crunch your way into better health. And we are so proud of every effort you have made. From trying your first raw beetroot to adding more raw vegetables to your plate, these small steps really matter. And here's the thing, we don't have to stop here. We want this to be the beginning of a lifestyle shift. We continue experimenting, we continue learning, and most importantly, continue caring for your health. As one ancient Greek physician once said, our doctors like using this quote a lot. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. And as you go forward, remember this. Healthy eating isn't about restrictions. It's about making better choices. So feel free to follow us on our social media pages. Our handles will be shared in the group tonight. In our handles, we post simple, practical steps that can really improve your daily habits and stay on track with your health goals. So thank you once again for joining us. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Let's keep the raw vegetable movement alive, even long after the campaign ends. So have yourselves a good night, and may you always choose health on your plate.